because there's just a lot of concern, a lot of unknowns, and we feel like information is power.
The Washoe Education Association says some students and parents are concerned about immigration raids happening at Nevada schools. What parents and educators should know tops 2 News Nevada at 5:30. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan Canada. Kristen has the night off. Thanks so much for keeping it here. So last month, President Donald Trump said ICE could enter sensitive areas such as schools and churches. Now, our local education community is responding. Jaden Urban joins us now live here in the studio with their message. Jaden, what have they had to say?
The big focus that they want to focus on is information over what students and teachers' rights are. The Washoe Education Association says that they are going to be having a meeting with teachers next week. This way they can be better equipped to deal with situations like this.
We see students, opting sometimes not to come to school with concerns. They're coming to their teachers, asking a lot of questions, and ultimately our folks just want to have information for themselves to make sure that they are acting accordingly with the law and policy.
Kaylin Evans says this isn't about picking a social or political stance, but just knowing their constitutional rights. The Washoe County School District sent messages to schools saying that they can't share private information about students to both local and federal governments. That is, unless there is an emergency or court order. The ACLU here in Nevada says there's been no ICE raids in Nevada schools, but they stress ICE cannot enter a school without a proper warrant.
A judicial warrant signed by a district court judge. That allows for certain specifics that won't exist within an administrative warrant. Namely, what ends up happening most often in practice is when ICE shows up at someone's house. Now, if they only have their own warrant, that doesn't allow them to enter into somebody's home. And if they have a judicial warrant, it can.
And this is due to the fact they fall on different branches for the U.S. government.
The reason why that exists, and there's a distinction there, is because there's a separation of powers. Judges are in the judicial branch of government is a co-equal branch to the executive branch, but ICE officers and ICE officials don't fall under the judicial branch. They fall under the executive branch.
The Washoe Education Association says they are planning on partnering with the ACLU to do community outreach on what folks' rights are. The ACLU also has a resource of rights. There are for parents, students, and teachers with this situation, and we have that in our news link section on our 2 News website. Covering the story, Jaden Urban, 2 News Nevada.